Gentlemen and female gentlemen, this wizened-looking Yoda figure behind me is RFK Jr., and he is Trump's health guy. Trump's health guy literally just got absolutely ambushed by Congress, and this whole massive goddamn war zone that went on. I don't know the depths of what actually happened, but we are going to look at it. Now, as you know, we are not a nitty-gritty news analysis channel. No. We are I would put a smile on your face while you're taking a glorious shit channel, okay? So, there is so much chaos. Dude, they were arguing about child's underwear in Congress, okay? You do not understand, bro. Listen, he may look like a potato after it's been in the water for a while, but he also sounds like a potato after it's been in the water for a while. But that said, the meltdowns have been incredible. Like, actual glorious meltdowns that I've been enjoying a lot. So, anyway, it started off with, he gave this little opening speech, and then they fought for forever. So this is how we're going to be covering it. We're going to listen to his opening speech to hear what he has to say so I can make a relatively informed opinion about shit. Then, the meltdowns. This guy made an entire video about Democrats' pathetic meltdown of the people fighting him in the Congress, and I do love pathetic meltdowns. Also, another thing that's important to note, because I do love meltdowns, listen to how he speaks for just a second.
I'm humbled to be sitting here today as President Trump's nominee.
Yeah, bro has like throat disease out the wazoo. Many much throat diseases of this man. So, I do have to say, everyone went crazy making fun of his throat diseases because obviously, you know, obviously that's the thing you do here, right? Dude has throat disease. We make fun of it. All right, let's go. So,
I'm an anti-vaxxer. I didn't kill Adrian Owens because I didn't want them to get the measles vaccine.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call ableism. Yes, I know that the last time you've heard ableism was probably someone on the tolerant left side of the spectrum making fun of somebody not there. Maybe if you ever heard the word retard uttered, someone probably called you ableist, insulting to people with forms of disability. But you see, ladies and gentlemen, somehow we don't care about that anymore because the meltdowns, this is the tolerant meltdowns, guys.
Well. It appears that Smack Daddy Jr.
Anyway, so the point is, I very much love a good meltdown now and again, but you know what I like even more than a good meltdown? I like hypocrisy, because hypocrisy makes me smile. So anyway, the meltdowns are huge, Congress ends up in a borderline fist fight, and I am so ready to hear it. All right, so let's hear Kennedy's opening statement. This is Trump's guy, and then we'll see what it's all about. And then we'll watch Congress literally tie themselves in knots to fight with him. Let's go.
Oversee the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I want to thank President Trump for entrusting me to deliver on his promise to make America healthy again. I also want to thank Cheryl and Kik and Bobby and all of my other children who are here today and all the many members of my large extended family for the love that they have so generously shared. Ours has always been a family that has been involved in public service, and I look forward to continuing that tradition. My journey into the issue of health began with my career as an environmental attorney, working with hunters and fishermen and mothers in the small town in the Hudson Valley and along the Hudson River. I learned very early on that human health and environmental injuries are intertwined. The same chemicals that kill fish make people sick.
I mean, that makes sense. I'll be real, that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie. Pay attention to the Karens. Bro, yeah, no. Dude, listen, yes, his major arguments are like pesticides and toxins and big pharma shit is actually unhealthy. No, that would be crazy. Nux, look up the clip of him talking about how COVID was ethnically targeted to spare Jews. Wait, what? Yo, let's find that shit. That sounds awesome. Wait, what?
COVID-19 attacks certain races disproportionately.
Oh, God.
The races that are most immune to COVID-19 are because of the structure, the genetic structure, genetic differentials among different races of the receptors, of the ACE2 receptor.
Right.
COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people. The most immune are Ashkenazi Jews.
Oh, like me. That's me. I'm an Ashkenazi Jew. Let's go. And I also got COVID, so I mean, listen. I know it's anecdotal evidence.
And Chinese. And
No, COVID was genetically invented to spare Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese people. Dude, whoever invented COVID, damn.
but at night, we don't know that we targeted like there are papers.
That sounds like some conspiracy shit. Well, anyway, listen, I always knew we lived in clown world. I'm not gonna say that if there's one guy that believes in a conspiracy theory, if you get a guy that believes in a conspiracy theory, I'm not gonna sit here and now disregard everything he's ever said because of one conspiracy theory he believed in. That's insane. Anyway.
Also, today Americans' overall health is in grievous condition.
He's right.
Over 70% of adults and a third of children are overweight
70% of adults are overweight? Shit.
or obese. Diabetes is 10 times more prevalent than it was during the 1960s. Cancer among young people is rising by 1 or 2% a year. Autoimmune diseases, neurodevelopmental disorders, Alzheimer's, asthma, ADHD, depression, addiction, and a host of other physical and mental health conditions are all on the rise, some of them exponentially.
Shit. I mean, that's just a fact. That's just a fact.
The United States has worse health than any other developed nation. We spend more on healthcare, at least double.
Look at this guy. He's holding in laughter. Okay, you can't see him. He's like, dude, look at this guy. Look at him, like, trying not to laugh at RFK's speech.
Any other developed nation.
Look at him. He's
Yet
holding
we
it
spend
back.
More on healthcare.
Oh
at
my
least double,
God.
In some cases, triple as other countries. Last year, we spent $4.8 trillion, not counting the indirect costs of missed work. That's almost a fifth of GDP. It's tantamount to a 20% tax on the entire economy. No wonder America has trouble competing with countries that pay a third of what we do for health and have better outcomes and a healthier workforce.
Yeah, how does that happen,
And
huh?
I don't want to make this too much about money. It's the human tragedy that moves us to care. President Trump has promised to restore America's global strength and to restore the American dream, but he understands we can't be a strong nation when our people are so sick.
I mean, so far,
A healthy
he's right.
person has 1,000
Right.
dreams.
I mean, but what's the solution here?
A sick person has only
Why does he talk like that? He has a disease.
one. Today, over half of our countrymen and women are chronically ill. When I met with President Trump,
I mean, wasn't there literally a story of a 500-pound rapper, that lady that wanted a lift, and the Lyft driver said, no, you're not going to fit in the car, and she sued him? Like, that's retarded. Like, why is that even a thing that happens? First of all, why is she 500 pounds? Second of all, we have to come together and acknowledge that that's insane.
last summer, I discovered that he is more than just concerned for this tragic situation, but on care. President Trump is committed to restoring the American dream, and 77 million Americans delivered a mandate to him to do just that, due in part to the embrace and elevation of the Make America Healthy Again movement. This movement, led largely by Maha moms from every state, you can see many of them behind us today, and in the hallways and in the lobbies,
All right.
is one of the most transcendent and powerful movements I've ever seen. I promise President Trump that if confirmed, I will do everything in my power to put the health of Americans back on track. And I've
go.
been greatly heartened to discover
All right.
a deep level of care among this committee too, both Democrats and Republicans. I came away from our
Yeah, so this just happened yesterday, and apparently, so this is his opening statement before they all jump him. Oh, dude, you are not ready to see the Karens and the meltdowns.
conversations confident that we can put aside our divisions for the sake of a healthier America. For a long time, the nation has been locked in a divisive healthcare debate about who pays.
Okay.
When healthcare costs reach 20%.
Bro, Luigi sitting there in the background, loading his pistol, ready to see how this goes.
There are no good options, only bad ones. Shifting the burden around between government and corporations and insurers and providers and families is like rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. Our country will sink beneath a sea of desperation and debt if we don't change the course and ask, why are healthcare costs so high in the first place?
Great question. Why is healthcare so expensive? And then they reject you. Bro, explain that.
Obvious answer is chronic disease. The CDC says 90% of healthcare spending goes toward managing chronic disease, which hits lower income Americans the hardest. The president's pledge is not to make some Americans happy again.
Elizabeth Warren wanted him to promise not to make any money off Big Pharma. Are you kidding me? No! Oh my, I'm telling you, the meltdowns are gonna be fun. We're gonna get to the meltdowns. We just have to understand what the man actually says and what he believes in first.
Again, but to make all of our people healthy again. There is no single culprit in chronic disease. Much as I have criticized certain industries and agencies, President Trump and I understand that most of their scientists and experts genuinely care about American health.
All right.
Therefore, we will bring together all states.
Yeah, most people do care about health. And then there's, the top 10% of people that literally just care about abusing the system for money.
Holders in pursuit of this unifying goal. Before I conclude, I want to make sure the committee is clear about a few things. News reports have claimed that I'm anti-vaccine or anti-industry.
I mean, that's what I heard about him too, to be honest. When I heard about RFK Jr., people told me he was anti-vax and he was a conspiracy theorist. That's the first I've ever heard of him. So that's why I want to actually hear what he says before taking just the rumors with a grain of salt.
I am neither. I am pro-safety.
Wait, did someone just scream "you are" in the background? Wait, what the fuck?
I am.
What was that? Is that a kid or was someone yelling "you are"?
I'm anti-vaccine or anti-industry. I am neither. I am pro-safety.
A protester got in? Get the fuck out of here, you stupid bitch. And the reporters have to go cover it. Oh, get the shit out of here.
We'll have order.
Bye to Guantanamo Bay with you. No, I'm kidding. Or am I?
Please proceed, Mr. Kennedy.
She was wearing a mask. Ooh! Pointed laugh.
I am pro-safety. I worked for years to raise awareness about the mercury and toxic chemicals in fish, and nobody called me anti-fish.
He's so
And
anti-fish.
I believe that vaccines play a critical role in healthcare. All of my kids are vaccinated. I've written many books on vaccines. My first book in 2014, the first line of it is, I am not anti-vaccine, and the last line.
Wait, bro. So bro wrote books on vaccines. He actually had a book where his first lines is saying, I'm not an anti-vaxxer and all my kids are vaccinated, and people are still calling him an anti-vaxxer. I don't know. For me, the best way to tell if someone's an anti-vaxxer is if their kids are vaccinated. If their kids are vaccinated, then they're not an anti-vaxxer. I've met anti-vaxxers. Their kids are not vaccinated. And it's fucked up.
I am not anti-vaccine, nor am I the enemy of food producers. American farms are the bedrock of our culture, of our politics, of our national security. I was a 4-H kid, and I spent my summer working on ranches. I went to work with our farmers. I want to work with our farmers and food producers to remove burdensome regulations and unleash American ingenuity. Maha simply cannot succeed without a partner.
Bro, his face is actually just melting in real time. This is crazy.
A full partnership.
This is how in Indiana Jones, when they found the lost ark, this is what happened to the Nazi guys.
Of American farmers. In my advocacy, I've often disturbed the status quo by asking uncomfortable questions. Well, I'm not going to apologize for that. We have massive help.
Look, the just asking questions strategy is sometimes so cringe. Like, you could have people asking questions in good faith and in bad faith. So, again, I don't know. I didn't see those questions.
Problems in this country that we must face honestly. And the first thing I've done every morning for the past 20 years is to get on my knees and pray to God that he would put me in a position to end the chronic disease epidemic and to help America's children.
I don't know. He does seem like a real earnest guy, though, which is definitely fresh for like the big pharma, mega corpo people.
That's why I'm so grateful to President Trump for the opportunity to sit before you today and seek your support and partnership in this endeavor. I will conclude with a promise. The members of this committee, to the president, and to all the tens of millions of parents across America, especially the moms, who have propelled this issue to center stage. Should I be so privileged as to be confirmed, we'll make sure our tax dollars support healthy foods. We will scrutinize the chemical additives in our food supply. We will remove financial conflicts of interest from our agencies. We will create an honest, unbiased, gold standard science at HHS, accountable to the president, to Congress, and to the American people.
That sounds pretty good, right?
We will reverse the chronic disease epidemic.
I love how he just says that we'll reverse it, though. Like, I don't know, man.
and put the nation back on the road to good health.
All right, well, I hope so. I, for one, hope so, but who knows? Who knows? Anyway, so then the attacks happened. That was his opening statement. Honestly, all in all, I hate the fact that, like, the big pharma people are actually have so much control. That so many people, including Elizabeth Warren, by the way, have made millions and millions of dollars through big pharma doing that shit. But anyway, I am here for some meltdowns, okay? We understand. We know what's happening. The meltdowns will be glorious. Decoy Voice made a whole video talking about the meltdowns, and I'm here for it. So let's see what it's all about.
Pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, you are. That's exactly what you're doing.
Why is she screeching? Oh my God, it's the underwear. Children's underwear came up. Guys, you're not ready. Children's underwear came up in this debate. Oh my God, is Bernie Sanders making the Nazi salute? Oh my God, chat, I can't believe it.
Selling what's called onesies. These are little things, clothing for babies.
Why the fuck is he talking about onesies?
No vax, no problem.
He's upset at no vax, no problem baby clothes. What is happening?
I think everybody with sense just feels bad for RFK, as they did the same thing to the Secretary of Defense.
Dude, what happened? When did the archetype for these freaking member of Congress people? I don't understand. How did the archetype become nagging Karen? How did this happen? All the senators are all just nagging old women. What happened?
I'll never understand why the Democrats chose this brand of angry nagging lady.
How is this brand here? This is not the solution. God damn it. This is not the solution. Democrats, I know you guys are suffering. And I feel for you, sort of. But guys, this is not the solution.
Lady, aka the Democaren, as
the Democaren, fuck.
is almost the official mascot of liberal projection.
Dude, it's crazy. Why is this like even a thing? Oh my God, you're so cooked.
Because all these attempted gotcha moments seem to immediately backfire. Well,
oh shit. Oh, they go the gotcha moment route. I love it. That's what they did to JD Vance. And JD Vance, they attacked him and he handled himself so well, he's gonna end up being the next president. Like, you don't understand. The Karen strategy does not work. Because when the Karen Avengers assemble and you end up looking normal, it just boosts you. I think people don't recognize something incredibly real about the world. The reason why Trump is so popular is because the left vilified him and slandered him, unironically.
before we get to that, subscribe and like if you haven't already for more concise, lighthearted clips like this.
And I'm asking you to commit right now that you will not take a financial stake.
Oh, you fucking hypocrite bitch. Wait, this is where she says that he's not allowed to take any money?
In every one of those lawsuits, so that what you do as secretary will also benefit you financially down the line.
This is coming from the lady that made millions off Big Pharma. See, I personally think, all right, you ready for an incredibly Nux hot take? Are you ready for the incredibly Nux hot take? Are you ready? Are you ready? I think that no politicians should legally be allowed to invest in the stock market. That's my incredibly hot take. Listen, you should not be able to use your political insider knowledge to make a fucking $1 billion and to use and manipulate the American people that you make laws for so you can make another $1 billion. I have to say, none of these people should be able to invest in the stock market at all. They know the laws before the laws happen. That's not fair. It's a basic conflict of interest. I don't think that should happen at all. You're paid enough in your position, in your cushy freaking senator job. Why on earth should you be able to also manipulate the stock market and clearly be biased towards massive corporations against your average American citizen? I think that should be a gold standard.
I'll comply with all the ethical guidelines.
That's not the question. You and I, you have
You're asking me not to vaccine. You are. That's exactly.
Why is she yelling at him? Just talk to the guy, let him answer, and have it go. What is with this?
What you're doing.
Look, no one should be fooled here. Secretary of HHS, Robert Kennedy will have the power to undercut vaccines and vaccine manufacturing across our country. He may have the opportunity to bankrupt.
Why is she so scared of this? Why is she so scared of him having the authority to stop vaccine mandates? Why is she so scared of it? Is it because she cares about the American people? Or is it because she's fucking sleeping with them? she's getting eaten out by these fucking vaccine companies.
The vaccine manufacturers, and then nobody gets vaccine.
Now, she would have a point. I also don't think we want our health secretary making political decisions based on what makes them the most amount of money. But that just exposed her for being one of the top recipients.
Wait, Bernie Sanders made $1.5 million from pharmaceutical company? What? No! What? This is crazy.
Of cash from those same companies she seems so desperate to protect.
Oh, now miss me with all that shit. Yeah. Oh, I wanna protect all these companies because of the people. Yeah, obviously.
People that follow politics would know this, but the average normie NPC might not. So for her to bring up this as a reason they should mindlessly recite as to why RFK should be rejected. I
mean, I have to say, I love the fact that every giant socialist advocate happens to be rich. Like, what is going on? Bernie, Hassan, all of the socialist advocates. They all live in mansions. What's happening?
Only reminds the people that they're not arguing over public health. They're arguing over the money.
It's so gross. It's so despicable. And it's so transparent, too. It's like, the crazy thing is, like, how are you ever going to change that? And they need to pass a freaking law that these goddamn people cannot take money from companies and from this shit. Like, they're obviously biased.
As Senator Bernie Sanders has received over $1 million from them,
but
is now standing on his soapbox crying about onesies.
Right now, as I understand it, on their website, they are selling what's called onesies. These are little things, clothing for babies.
He's describing onesies.
One of them is titled Unvaxxed Unafraid.
I'll be honest, if I saw a parent with their kid wearing Unvaxxed Unafraid merch, I would definitely call parents to child services. I'll be honest. I know that's a hot take, but I think you gotta fucking vaccinate your children. Like, especially with, like, the basic, like, measles vaccines and, like, just the basic vaccine shit that they've been using already for, like, 50 years. Bro, what is happening?
And you say you're pro-vaccine. Just want to ask some questions. And yet your organization is making money selling a child's product to parents for $26, which casts fundamental doubt on the usefulness of vaccines.
Oh my god, dude, they're fucking, what freedom of speech. They're allowed to sell whatever fuck merch they want to say. They can sell any merch that they want in the world. Oh my god.
Can you tell us now that you will, now that you are pro-vaccine, that you're going to have your organization take these products off the market?
Senator, I have no power.
If they're his products, then that's a good point. If it just happens to be on a site that he's, like, related to, then what are you talking about?
Over that organization.
You can make that. Are you supportive of this?
I've had nothing to do with it.
Bro, he has nothing to do with this shit. Leave him alone.
These onesies.
I'm supportive of vaccines.
Are you supportive of this clothing, which is
Bro's breathing way too heavy.
anti-vaccine?
I am supportive of vaccines. I will. I want good science, and I want to protect.
But you will not tell the organization you founded not to continue selling that product. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
What was that? What was that? No! What was that little mini Bernie meltdown? Dude, by the way, Bernie has been releasing like a ton of these random speeches against Trump, and every single one of those speeches, while they do have valid criticism, they could have also been targeted at Biden, and he didn't make them about Biden, okay? I've had a lot of people ask me to cover the Bernie stuff, and I would love to cover the Bernie stuff, and I probably will at some point, because I do think he makes a lot of very good points, surrounded by some not such good points. Bernie. Every complaint you've had about Trump so far was also a complaint you had about Biden that you just didn't say. Why didn't you say it? I don't know!
Which is yet another example of how our legislative branch has become a joke. Not figuratively, but a literal joke. Where senators bring memes and—
There's no fucking way this was in Congress. There's no way this was in Congress. There's no way this was in Congress. Oh my god.
As visual
Nux, search Dr. House on anti-vax. All right, maybe we'll look at that.
aids for argument.
What in the hell is this?
There's no way this is real. There's no way this is real. Please tell me this is fake. They did not. Trump releases a meme saying fuck around, find out, and then they're going to talk about that in Congress. Guys.
Tweets protect our ducks and kittens eating pets? My god.
Which is marginally better than Congress.
That's crazy. What is going on? I am shocked and appalled.
Oh, listen, I want y'all to
am
tell
no
me
child.
whether or
Do
not
call me a child. If you want to take it out,
do not call me a child.
Mr. Chairman, the committee is not in order.
Watch the Dr. House and okay, we'll look at the Dr. House anti-vax thing if it's short. All right, editor, you got to put the blur on this so I don't get copyrighted for bullshit reasons.
No formula, just mommy's healthy natural breast milk.
Yummy.
Her whole face just got swollen like this overnight.
No fever, glands normal. Missing her vaccination dates.
We're not vaccinating.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Oh,
Think
God.
they don't work?
I think some multinational pharmaceutical company wants me to think they work. Pad their bottom line.
May I?
Yeah, well, anyway, yeah, House, very cool. Love that. But anyway, obviously, I'm not going to take House to make any form of basic decisions. I have a lot of doctors in my family. It's the Jewish buff that I was born into a world with doctors in my family. Bro, the old vaccines, based on what I've read, on what people I trust have read, on what I think reality is just a fact, bro, you got to get vaccinated for, like, the basic measles shit. Like, all that stuff, that's tried and true, tested and proven. Don't be a dumbass. If you're not vaccinating your kids, it's like borderline neglectful. No, I think it is neglectful. Like, there have been measles outbreaks in places of people that haven't vaccinated their kids today. In 2020, well, I don't think 2025 yet, but in 2024. Dude.
Order. Point of order.
And at some level, I appreciate a representative that is willing to scrap on behalf of America.
I will respect the results of the duel.
But back to the main point of using memes politically. Bernie Sanders.
But also, by the way, Robert RFK Jr., he is pro-vax. He is pro-vax. Just not to get, like, the COVID mandate shit.
Over baby one.
From what I understand. I may be wrong.
Isn't the gotcha that he thinks it is.
Also, fire engine red is the best color for baby coffins.
As a health secretary that doesn't mind pissing off the, quote, health industry is exactly who we want in power. RFK repeatedly states how much he believes in vaccines. I do too, but absolutely nothing should be above criticism, especially when they recently changed the definition of them just to include one made by Operation Warp Speed that made them billions with a B. And the simple fact—
And you're gonna tell me that other people are biased? God, dude. And what's your name? Warren has the goddamn audacity to stand on the stage and tell RFK that he's not allowed to make money from this when she's actively making money from this? Oh, the hypocrisy. Oh!
The fact that these senators are losing their minds over a baby onesie just shows how desperate they are to clinch that next check from their favorite puppet master. I mean donors. Because their old labels don't work anymore.
Because obviously the person that's giving them billions of dollars, they're not the ones that are really calling the shots, am I right, guys?
Are you a conspiracy theorist?
They're actually asking that in the fucking thing? Oh, God.
That is a pejorative that's applied to me.
Oh, God.
Mainly to keep asking difficult questions of powerful interests to me, because I said that the COVID vaccine, didn't prevent transmission and it wouldn't prevent infection. When the government was telling people that it would.
He was right.
I was saying that because
I
was looking at the monkey studies in May of 2020. I was called and now everybody admits it.
I mean, it's a conspiracy theory until it's true.
I was called a conspiracy theorist because I said red dye caused cancer. And now FDA has acknowledged that and banned it.
Oh my God!
I was called a conspiracy theorist because I said fluoride lowered IQ. Last week, Emma published—
There's no way he said fluoride lowers IQ.
A meta review of 87 studies saying that there's a direct inverse correlation between IQ loss.
All right,
what? That's crazy! Oh my God. First of all, who starts a fucking question like that? Are you a conspiracy theorist? The difference between a conspiracy theory and the news is about 6 months. Ha ha ha!
I'm gonna assume
I could go on for about a week.
So, is there any one of them that you can say, you got me? That
the fuck? So you're acknowledging that those other three he was correct about?
Really was a conspiracy theory, or are you in a position?
Yet.
And again.
All right, Mrs. Blackburn, I appreciate you trying, ma'am, but what the fuck? What does that have to do with introducing a mandate about, trying to keep people healthy and stuff? What a petty thing to ask in this goddamn hearing.
You got me? That really was a conspiracy theory, or are you in a position?
I love botched gotcha moments. See, a good gotcha moment, they're fun. I do enjoy good gotcha moments. But bro, botched gotcha moments? Oh, those are just fun.
And again, more attempted gotcha moments that completely backfired because they're using the playbook from 2020. They might have been able to call us conspiracy theorists, but they can't call us wrong.
Ah! that hurts, bro.
Yeah.
You want me to answer the question?
No, I'm asking you.
Okay. President Trump has asked me to end the chronic disease epidemic and make America healthy again. And I'm in
The
need
only reason
position.
why you're at HHS?
She challenges him
What the hell question is that? Okay, so you want to make America healthy again. So is that why you're working by the health administration people?
as if that's a bad thing, when that's the only thing he should be doing. But since they got that big pharma cash in their back pocket, their priorities are elsewhere.
No other nation has a chronic disease. We have the highest chronic disease burden of any country in the world. We had, during COVID, we had 16% of the COVID deaths in a country. We only have 4.2% of the world's population. We had a higher death count than any country in the world. And when CDC was asked why,
weird, huh?
They said it's because Americans are the sickest people on earth.
I don't know a lot of people that died from COVID that didn't also have another, disease. I'm just saying. I know people that died from COVID. I do. And I know of more people that died from COVID. I don't know of any that didn't die, that didn't have another disease. That's completely anecdotal. That is not evidence of literally anything. But I am saying, I don't know if it's a coincidence that the person that's morbidly obese that got COVID died.
Average person who died from COVID, American, had 3.8 chronic diseases.
What? Oh my God! The average person that died from COVID had 3.8 chronic diseases?
She's so mad about this.
What are you gonna say? That's just... Holy crap!
Just the inconvenient facts about America that absolutely need to be addressed. As how does America simultaneously have one of the richest and sickest people on Earth?
True.
And regular guys are noticing.
But what does seem to...
Dude, the regular guys are taking over the world. That's the crazy thing. I love how you have all the people that are sitting there with fancy hoity-toity titles that are making billions in different pharmaceutical industries. You have all those people. Gotta love all of those guys. But when the average dudes start noticing something is fishy, ooh, that's when you know you're cooked, baby.
Bother me is pasta. Pasta and breads really hit home. They really wreck me. But not in Europe. Went to Italy last summer, had pasta, had pizza, no problem at all. But
weird.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. explained a lot of it. So did Gary Brecka. He explained a lot of it. One of them is enriched flour, where it contains a bunch of chemicals like folic acid, your body has a hard time digesting. It's also, they use heirloom wheat in Italy, and heirloom wheat is the original wheat. What we did was we changed wheat, so because of that, it has more complex glutens, makes it more difficult for your body to process.
Bro.
I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood of 90% of people tested had glyphosate in their system.
Roundup.
Yes,
the stuff
Roundup
you spray
in
to
their
kill
blood.
everything.
Exactly. And it's illegal in some countries and should be illegal in America.
But it turns out dude, I remember that South Park made an entire video about the American healthcare system, right? They made a whole special 40-minute long video about that. And dude, they had an entire segue of all the sugar companies that also simultaneously own all the all the pharmaceutical companies, and the sugar companies are all working together to make you addicted to sugar, to get fat, to treat you for your diseases once you're obese. And it's bro, how do people not look at this and be this is an unbelievably despicable system? Guys, wake up! It's happening!
I haven't had the privilege to travel internationally as an adult, but Joe isn't the only one I've heard talk about eating something.
I have, and I'll tell you, when I eat pizza, okay, this doesn't matter. Pizza, first of all, delicious. I love pizza. Love them. Shout out to the Americans that invented pizza. But when I eat pizza in America, I smell like cheese after I eat the pizza. My stomach, it's schmorgles and glorgles, and I smell like cheese. My sweat smells like cheese. But when I eat pizza in Italy, by the way, great pizza. I love what the Italians did to American food like that, the way they adapted it. When I eat the pizza in Italy, none of that shit happens. Literally none of that happens. My stomach feels great, and I do not smell like cheese when I sweat. Okay? I don't know what it is. It's the same freaking ingredients. It's goddamn wheat and freaking tomato sauce and cheese. Why the shit does it affect me differently? I don't know. But I'm just telling you a fact, it does.
Simple as carbs being an entirely different experience in America than it is overseas, and we need to figure out why that is. But before RFK's confirmation even concluded, apparently they caught the press already writing their articles.
There is no way the press released articles before the end of the freaking situation.
Where if you Google search it right now,
that's fucking gross. I hate the goddamn press. Mainstream media is so cooked. Bro, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. struggles to answer questions. Did he? He didn't struggle in any of the clips I saw.
The top result states RFK struggled to answer the questions. I don't know about you, but it didn't seem like he was struggling to answer anything. But if you didn't even need to watch the hearing to get your opinion, of course you could come to that conclusion. But sadly, these are more of the same games they played during the election, where they found reactions to the presidential debates written before the debates had even taken place. And the more the media writes articles that don't quite match up with the reality that people actually see, the more they lose the public trust.
Yeah. Every time you think you hate the news, just remember, you do not hate the news enough. I want that to be clear, okay?
To random Asian dudes on YouTube. So if you appreciate my concise, light order commentary on the tragic status that is today's reality, hopefully I've as
that was a good video. I do like some good meltdowns. Decoy voice, I like his shit. But anyway, yeah. So this has been the RFK Jr. drama. It's been insane. It's crazy. You got people yelling, arguing about babies' underwear. Shout out to those guys. Love them. But anyway, this is fun. Do not trust anything you read literally anywhere. Love that. Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up watching that hearing myself later, just so I have like better context instead of like just a couple of clips of funny meltdowns. Anywho, we'll see what that's all about. Subscribe for more chaos, because I love chaos. And remember to stay weird, fam. Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.